podcast. I'm Diane.
And I'm Edith, and you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Ravelry, and alldyedup.ca. So, hi everybody.
Hi, welcome back.
Welcome to new viewers.
If you're returning viewers, thanks for stopping by again.
Yeah. So how are you?
We've had a week, I'll tell you. Lots of events, not so good events. We had a problem with our hydro. In the middle of the night, my son woke up, turned on the bedroom light, came knocked on our bedroom door. He said, "Mom, the light in my bedroom is really dim." I said, "What?" He said, "It's really dim." Well, then shut it off. So anyway, I got up and went over and took a look, and yeah, it was dim. So I called my husband, and long story short, we lost the neutral down at the pole. So anything that was on and was on one side of the panel box just surged. Blew up light bulbs. We lost both of the receivers for the dish, microwave, anything that basically had a clock or had hydro going to it, central vac, cooked. So yeah, we've had a time trying to find out what has gone and what's not gone.
Yeah.
One up in the one building we had fluorescent lights on, and burnt the balances right over those. That room was full of smoke. That building was smoke. Like there'd been a fire. So anyway, once we got things sorted out, called hydro. They came the next day, and my oldest son, he's an electrician. The youngest one is too, but he came over in the middle of the night. The oldest one, he went to work the next day, and the oldest one, he called. He said, "Mom, there's not much going on here." He said, "I got all my guys sorted out." He said, "So I can come home." So he came home, and he was here when hydro was here, and they hooked stuff up and unhooked. And so anyway, we've had a time. We've had to replace a few things, and if you hear water running, it's the fish tank.
Yeah, right, Diane.
Yeah, we're here at my house, and we have a huge fish tank in the corner here.
I think we told them about
Yeah,
it before.
but if you think there's water running,
if you're new and you're wondering what that is, yeah.
And we have a fan because we don't have air conditioning. So if you hear it's the fan because it's freaking hot in here. So and the hair's going, "See this hair going?"
Yeah.
It's the fan. So anyway, yeah, we had a time with that and got that all sorted out.
It's awful.
Oh, we're lucky we didn't have a house fire.
Yeah, for
Well, we
sure.
were all in bed, so.
And why do these things break? What did
There was
they
a
give?
wire down at the pole.
Yeah, but why did the wire act up? Does it?
I don't know.
I see. I just wondered, like, because it wasn't a storm, right? It wasn't like there wasn't a
No.
lightning storm or nothing. It was just a quiet, hot, muggy night, right?
Well, and that's why we knew it was us, because everybody else had outside lights and the street lights were on. And
Yeah.
because typically, if the power's out, it's out.
Oh, for sure,
dark.
yeah.
Well, we were the only ones.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we
dear.
were lucky it didn't happen when we were just lucky he woke up.
Yeah.
We were just lucky he woke up, because if he hadn't, we might have slept right through it and been in trouble. But anyway. Yeah. So
There you go.
yeah. So that
Nice.
was not good.
No.
We got out of it pretty easily. We kept looking. We had a meat full of freezer, a freezer full of meat, and 2 fridges. They were all okay.
That's good.
All the pumps were okay, because if they'd have turned on, probably was, and they were on the wrong opposite side of the panel box, they would have blown too. So it turned out it was not too bad.
Good.
Had to redo
Well,
the
bad,
stuff.
but
Well, had to redo the stuff for the bathrooms. Each one of the bathrooms, everything in the bathroom didn't.
what do you mean?
Pardon?
What do you mean?
There was no lights, there was nothing to the bathrooms. I had to redo, had to go to town and get parts and redo some of the panel box.
Oh, I see.
We had no bathrooms, we had to make do. But we got that all sorted out. So, anyway, that's what it is. It could have been worse.
No, that's right. That's
Like
good.
Mom says,
That's
nothing's
bad.
ever so bad as what could be worse.
Yes, yes.
So, how about you?
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Trying to think, have I been to the Eagles concert since we podcasted last? I don't think so.
No, I think
I was going to wear my shirt and I forgot. So we're at the concert, and I went with my son and the 2 daughters and my son. All the kids and myself went to the Toronto. It was my Christmas present from the oldest girl. And so I went, and we went to the Eagles concert, and during the concert, my son went down to the concessions or whatever, and he came back with 2 t-shirts. He bought me a shirt. So I have the Eagles tour shirt. I'll wear it one of these days to show you. I haven't worn it yet. So, yeah, I'd never been to a concert. Like, I'd never been to any kind of a concert my whole life. And I'd never been in the Air Canada Centre.
Did you stand up and sing?
Yeah, well, I'd stand up when people wanted out, so I danced. And I sang every song.
You used to when we were kids, you owned every album.
Yeah, I still have them. I still have every album. I still play them. Yeah, no. Yeah.
Hotel California, that was
I have that one.
That's when we were kids.
Yep. And I have the album, and I have, anyways, I have their albums, and I have a t-shirt, and I had a really great time. It was really nice. And I guess the Air Canada Centre isn't called the Air Canada Centre, it's the Scotiabank Centre. They call it the Piggy Bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Piggy Bank. So that was neat just to, walk in and check that all out. and yeah, in the concert, I mean, everyone else probably been to one except for me, so what I'm telling you, you already know, but like just the what do you call it?
The light show?
The light show, but they had like huge, great big columns, and it was them, the person that was singing or playing at that particular time that was like the lead of that song. There they were, huge on these columns so that you could just look and see them. And Joe Walsh, like he gets right into the guitar and just picking and all that, and like you could see his hands and see, even though we all couldn't be right there, we all could see like him picking, and it was just great. It's great. And Vince Gill filled in for Glenn Fry, who's passed, and Glenn Fry's son, he's also part of the group now, so that was really, really cool. And yeah, they did a great job. I really had a nice time. Great time. And like I say, just sang every song on the top of my lungs. The whole place did. Everybody did. Yeah. And it's so loud that they can't hear you. No. So I mean, it's not like you're.
So even I could sing.
But I was thinking like you're not interrupting anyone else's show. Yeah. I wouldn't want the people in front of me going like, "Well, she shut up." Well, they couldn't hear me any more than I could hear them. So.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah. So we went up on the train. Rachel and I went up on the train. That's my second daughter, and so I took my knitting on the train.
What'd you knit?
I finished. I worked on this little sweater. I think I said I was going to start knitting for small folks, right?
Little people.
Yeah. So I don't have any buttons on it yet, but.
That actually looks more orange than it actually is. It's red.
It's a red, yeah. It's ours. It's
Pucker Up.
Pucker Up, yeah. So and like I say, it needs some buttons, but it has. So when you crochet along the edge, and on the one side, if I can get it. Sorry, I'm not doing a very good job here. You put little loops so that.
Oh yeah.
There's loops all the way down. So I think every third or fourth one. You'd sew a button onto the other side to correspond with the third or fourth loop. So I thought it was a cute little sweater. So this is it. If you can see that. That's the pattern. I'm sorry, it's just a black and white print. And it's a fingering weight, our fingering weight yarn from Anna B. Hanson Design. Namya. So Namya? I'm not sure. Namya for children, it says.
Yeah.
Yeah, Namya. Wait, how do you pronounce that? Sorry if I'm butchering that up. So yeah, that's what I knit on the train.
Nice.
Yeah.
How'd you do getting there and back? Especially back.
Fine, let me think about it. Oh, I got a story for you.
Uh-oh.
Do you tell why you're asking, perhaps? Is that what that word?
Edith and I, as you know, if you've watched, on an occasion go to Toronto. We, for a time there, we could get to Toronto. We were fine getting there. Every time we went to come home, we had a delay. We sat on a train one time.
Yeah, in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere. So you couldn't even get off and run or phone the kids to say, come to the crossing and let's someplace pick us up.
Well, we really
sat in the
weren't.
middle of nowhere in the fields, and it got hotter and hotter
And darker
hotter.
and
We were
darker.
literally sitting in a tin can for 5 hours.
It got darker and darker.
Darker and darker.
Well,
we got 5 hours sitting in the middle of nowhere.
We got a free train ride certificate out of that. We were so long.
And
that's how
we
long
just sat there. It was like, what is like?
What can you do?
So we sat there. We sat there. So after a while, it just got so you might just as well laugh because
you're not going anywhere.
It's like holy friggin'. So something happened. They had to come from Toronto and hook us up, didn't they?
A different engine.
And bring us into Kings. Where? Belleville.
Belleville. We usually get on.
And it was going straight out through to Montreal. But when we sat there, I thought, what the hell's the chances that this train would break down between Toronto and Kingston, not Kingston and Montreal?
Oh well.
Or Belleville, so we could get off and like. Honest to Pete.
Yeah.
And we could have driven to Toronto twice. One time we sat.
One time we went up on a bus trip to a show.
Yeah.
It was. What did we see? Do you remember? Was it Dirty Dancing or Grease? I don't know.
Wasn't that the Creative Festival or something? We went up on a bus with Creative
But
Festival.
we came from downtown. Oh, maybe it was downtown at that time.
Yeah, it was.
So I bet you're right. It was the Creative Festival.
Well,
Was it?
Yeah, you and I went. Whoa, we went to a show. We had Mom with us.
Right.
It was you and I, and we went. We got the bus, got up there. It was
Went in,
fun.
smooth sailing, just like a dream.
Dropped a ton of money. Got all of our bags. Like we were hoofing her to get on the bus. The lady that was sort of head of the tour on the bus.
Yeah. She said, "What movie would you like to watch?"
So we all had a vote on this movie.
So put the movie in. We're watching the movie. Everything's fine. You can see out the window like there's just taillights everywhere. And the movie's over, and we're still on the Don Valley. Like we hadn't inched up that Don Valley any farther than
we watched a 2.5 hour movie.
2.5 hour movie. Well, a 2 hour movie anyway. And we were nowhere near off of the Don Valley. So then what do, right? Anyways. Should I tell the rest of the story? Now for all of you that like this performer, that's lovely. The beauty of
top 10 list.
The beauty of this world and this country is that everyone's welcome to their own opinion and their own likes, and that's what makes us unique. So, you might not like the Eagles, and I'm okay with that. But I'm not real fussy on Danny O'Donnell.
And we got the seats on the bus that had the TV screen, like literally right friggin' there.
Right there.
Right there.
And to be fair to Danny O'Donnell, I might have liked him better if he wasn't quite so close. Right there.
He had
right
on
there.
A kilt, we'd have saw everything. Oh, good God.
Oh, dear. So anyways, this thing, she goes, okay, well, we're just going to play half of this because we voted again, and it was like a 50-50 split, and I think the no's won, but she liked them, so she put them on anyway. And it started, and it was Danny O'Donnell Does the 50s. So they were doing Elvis songs and stuff, but
I'm 52 years old, and I wasn't even alive in the 50s. It's like enough already. And he was like right there.
It was just a lot. Like you.
The lady on the other side of the aisle, she got howling.
Well, she said,
like, oh my God.
She said she wanted her survey back on how well the bus trip was, because she was going to change it because she had enough of so they didn't just play half, they played the whole thing, and then I think they started it again because we were so long getting home. And I said to Diane, like, this isn't funny, like, if this thing is flashing so close to our heads, like, we're going to have a seizure. Because it just didn't quit.
Like I said, beat a head on a kilt.
Anyway, so that was
too much Danny.
It took us hours to get home from Toronto that time too.
The whole way. The ladies in the other aisle, they got off the bus in Belleville.
Yeah, we got off in Napanee.
I'll tell you, if I could have got off that bus and probably would have had a ride home.
Oh dear. Anyway,
I can't take another 5 minutes of this, and we got what? 15, 20 to go, like holy Toledo.
Yeah, to be fair to Danny O'Donnell, it was just a lot, and anyway.
It was like enough already.
Yeah, so that turned us sort of off against
We've never
him.
had a bus trip since ever.
And I've never seen him either. I've never watched another one of his
Amen.
things. Poor guy. Anyway,
Okay.
That's fine.
I don't think I'll be watching.
So we
the
have a
Christmas
hard
show.
time getting out of Toronto
I
sometimes.
don't think I'll be watching Danny's Christmas show.
No. Sorry.
Sorry, Danny.
Yeah, so we have a hard time getting out of Toronto. So this time, Rachel and I went up on the train, and I had hooked up my phone so that I would get notifications on my phone about the train. So sure enough, I get this notification that there may be a delay on the train on the way home. So I'm thinking, oh yeah, here we go. I got my Danny,
come get us.
Yeah. So, but we didn't. We were smooth sailing right to Belleville. We got off in Belleville, and then Rachel and I drove down number 2 highway, and you can see the train track a field over.
Yeah.
And there sat the train. It sat for over an hour out there.
Well,
Because I got notifications on my
If we were
phone.
that close, when I was on that train, I would have up there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would have found the crossings and come get me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, anyway, so we did make it home okay, but there were others that got delayed,
God
just
bless
like
you.
we usually do. But anyway, so that's enough of that. I'm sure you're all tired of listening to that. What have you been knitting?
What have I been
Yeah.
doing? Well, where do you want me to start?
Wherever you want. I heard a vicious rumor about that.
What?
That sweater.
What was the vicious rumor?
That you're gonna rip it out again.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, Diane.
How many times you knit a frickin' sweater?
Why?
Okay, I'll show you why. I'll show you. Okay.
Can I help?
There's aspects of this sweater that I really like, and there's aspects of this sweater that's, well, they're doing it for me. It's getting better, but it's just not there. This is the front. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you didn't have the front done the last
No, I
time
didn't
saw,
have it
so
cast it off. I don't like that.
you don't like it?
This is what's coming off.
Why? I thought it
I
looked
like
nice.
it. When I put it on, I feel like, you know how those red sweaters where you have the white puff of faux fur around the bottom?
What?
Well, that's what it feels like.
Red sweaters with
Yeah,
a puff
no,
of
at Christmas
fur.
time, Cindy Lou Who.
Oh, for God's sakes! Oh, for heaven's sakes!
But
no,
I guess
no.
I was gonna rip it out because I don't like how it's flat here. They go, whew.
You don't like this edge?
No. And I'm wondering if I just knit it down and then see I put an I-cord bind off on it
Okay.
and just put the I-cord bind off and just leave it this and
That's
then
this
I-cord
part.
bind off. That wouldn't hang a little nicer.
I see. So it bells out. You're
Yeah, I
saying.
don't like it.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Just by the way it's hanging right there, you can see it.
Yeah,
See, like, look at this.
I don't like that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I get it. Okay. It looks nice, like as far
But
as.
I'm wondering, see the back of it, I think when you sit on it and you're in the car and everything else, it's going to stretch down. Like this sweater is going to grow when you're wearing it because it's heavy. There's a lot of fabric
and
here.
so what are you
So
thinking?
I'm afraid I'm going to have this down about mid-thigh when by the time this all stretches down I'm going to have it. So I'm wondering if I just don't leave it stockinette stitch and put an I-cord bind off on it and just let it hang.
Well, try it. I mean,
Let it do its thing and then... So anyway,
So
but
that's
what
cool.
I do like about
but
this
is that all that's coming out?
Yeah.
You're not ripping the whole thing back.
No, I'm just going to rip back 2 inches of that.
Oh,
bind
okay.
off
Well,
into
that's
there.
not.
And I might even rip it back and then use this yarn to bind it off because I think it's going to grow.
It's long enough without that. What
Well,
is
I think
that,
it's going to
an
get
inch
longer
or
because
so?
this is a heavy sweater.
Okay.
This is what I do
Gotcha.
like.
Yeah, that's cute. The back.
I do like the back. So I'm just trying to get this in the cable stitch. You see it? Yeah, that's the back.
It's gonna be nice to get some pictures of this when you're done.
So I'm wondering if I don't just take that bottom out and then just I-cord bind off. And I started my sleeve.
Yeah, and you get them on your flexi flip.
I put them on flexi flips.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just smoking along.
And you like that. You're happy with this setup?
This setup I'm happy with. And I think when I get to the cuff, I'm going to do my cuffs with my little cable stitch there. And around the neck, I'm going to do something that maybe it'll have an I-cord bind off as well. But something so maybe it doesn't roll. I'll do something that it doesn't roll.
Nice. Good. You're getting there.
Let's get heaven. In this heat and the humidity, and none of this thing sitting on you, and this house is an air conditioner, holy frigate.
Hot.
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 Hot, hot. So anyway, that's where I'm at.
That's good.
And I almost thought maybe if I take this out, I'll see how it's hanging in the back. I might do some short rows and make it a little longer in the back. And then I
Oh, cute.
bind off.
Mm.
So I'm just not happy with the bottom of it.
But that's not so bad. I envisioned.
No, it could be worse. It was worse before. I ripped that sucker right back.
I know. Like, I know you're not afraid to do it, so I was kind of thinking, oh my god.
I do on the kitchen table and just start.
Okay, what do you got in that bag?
Okay, this is a sock that I've been knitting. A few of my friends, a couple of my friends and I, 2 or 3. Last week there's 3 of us. Last 2 of us weeks before. We're knitting socks
like that, yeah.
together, and they 2 of my friends had knit socks before, so I said that I would help them. So we get together once, twice a week and we knit socks, and I help them turn their heels and that kind of thing. So I said, look, I'll knit along with you, because if you're stuck, I can show you what I've done or what to do. So I showed this on the last podcast.
It's growing.
It's growing. It's coming. So this is my sock, and it's just cuff down on DPNs, with the heel and gusset, turn, and we're heading for the toe. And I'll Kitchener stitch my toe. So
Good. How are the other people that are learning doing?
we
coming
actually
right
turned it, and they're doing their decreases here in their gussets, so they're coming.
Good. Are they enjoying it, do you think?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're enjoying the knitting and the sock, but we sure do
Just
laugh
like
a lot
together.
while we're together.
That's
We're
nice.
having a good time carrying on anyway.
Good.
Yeah, so there's that. And what do you have? I got one more thing, but I'll show it after.
Okay. So I started another little sweater. This is a ball. I started with a ball of Diane's yarn called Dirt. And I was chugging right along. I had the back and the front done, and I had about this much of a sleeve done. And I had the ball of yarn like down in a basket, and for some reason I did something and out came the end, and like there was only a little bit left. There was no way I was gonna get the other sleeve done or finish this one. So I called Diane and I said,
Do you have the recipe
I
for
do.
that colorway?
Yeah, I said, you know those people that call you and say, do you have one more roll of yarn?
I didn't.
I'm not doing that. I'm gonna say,
I'll dye it myself, but what's the recipe?
do you remember what dye you did? What dye you used? So she gave me the recipe, and this is the one I dyed.
It's close.
You'd never know.
You would never freaking know.
So that's a pretty good recipe you got there, because it worked like a charm. So what I did do
Yay!
is I ripped this much of the sleeve out and started it at the cuff, whichever one it was, and I every 2 rows I switched balls just so that I would be sure and not
Have a line.
have a line. But there it is. So
That's a cute little sweater.
yeah, so this is sticking up, so you put these down and you put buttons here
Nice.
so that they have a bigger neck space to get the little heads in. So, but anyway, there it is. There's a cable pattern, and it's on the back as well. And so it is a Rowan pattern called Jiminy. Uh-oh. Kathy, look at my page protectors putting a glare on the screen. Anyway, so it's Jiminy. It's a Rowan pattern. Alrighty.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's a nice little sweater.
It is a nice little sweater, and it's a sport weight, so it doesn't knit up too bad. I used, I think 4mm needles. Does that make sense? Yeah. So anyway, I have to sew in all my ends. My ends
Cables are cute.
Yeah, they're not too bad, and they don't last. I mean, they only last a short time, and then you're off to the races with ribbing. So, and the sleeves are pretty quick because there isn't any cable or anything on those. So anyway, so there's that. That's what I was working on. So then I started another one. Do you want to see it?
Mm-hmm. Keep going.
Okay. So this little sweater, Beck, my oldest girl, she comes home. She says, "So, Mom, could you get me a shower gift?" A lady that I believe she worked with, or she met her through her job. Anyway, I've heard her mention the lady before. I know she thinks a lot of her. Has a little girl, and she just had a little girl, and the lady loves pink. She's through the roof about pink. So I got looking around at patterns to see what I could knit. I knew I wanted to use this yarn, And because it's variegated, I didn't want anything with a pattern because you won't see it. But there's every shade of pink going in here, so I was thinking, well, the lady might like that because she loves pink.
Is this one of ours?
Yeah.
What's it called?
This is, oh darn it all.
It's one of yours?
Yeah.
You dyed it?
You said that one was called Pucker Up?
Yeah.
Perky Pink, I think. Ah, shoot. I had the tag. Sorry, guys. I had the tag and I left it on the table. It's Perky Pink. I'm sure it's a new one.
It's pretty.
So I went with this pattern because I thought it was plain. And the write-up says that it go longer in the back so that it doesn't, you know how little sweaters go up babies' backs when you're
Business in the front, party in the
yeah,
back.
it's fuller, longer skirt to stop it riding up when baby is laid down and looks stunning when carried, toddling or crawling around, so that you're not always pulling
the back down.
Yeah, so I thought, what the heck? And then it had like some nice, it'll be more like this one rather than, this is too big, but just some nice plain spaces that
Shows off the ear?
yeah, it won't interfere with the yarn. And so it's, you start at the neck and the increase. So this is in the front. I don't know if you, there you go. That kind of shows it. And then, and so you go to a certain point, and then you'll stop, and then do your sleeve, and the back and the sides will be joined under the arm and continue on down. So anyway, there it is. There's the. So we'll see. Cool. So far, I really like it,
Yeah.
and it's size 4 needles as well. I have a story about these needles, but it's kind of sentimental. Should I tell it?
Paul?
Yeah.
He got them for you?
He did. So y'all know my husband passed away in 2016 in February. So he was in Kingston helping somebody with something, and he called and said, "Can you pick me up anything?" And I was working on it.
Can I pick you up anything?
Sorry, yeah. Can I pick you up if you need anything? I'm leaving Kingston. And I said, I need a set of 4mm knitting needles. Do you think you can get them? And he says, sure. So he was downtown. At that time, there was Wool on Wellington. So he went into Wool on Wellington, told the lady, you know, I need 4mm needles. So she sent him home with these. And I was kind of, because like at the time I didn't spend a lot of money on knitting needles, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, she saw you coming, because then they're nice. They're nice needles, and I forget now what they are, but they are detachable or interchangeable. I've never taken them off. They came with this cord and these needles, and so that was, I don't know, the February, like say the 12th or 13th.
Right about Valentine's Day.
Yes. So Valentine's Day, he says to me, I didn't get you anything for Valentine's Day. And I said, oh, don't worry about it. You got me a set of needles that were like a little bit more than I would have. Like the needles, I really like these needles, and they were a special treat because I wouldn't have spent that money on them. And I said, no, don't worry about it. We're good. You got me knitting needles. It's fine. So that was the 14th, and then he died on the 16th.
He did.
He died on the 16th. So this was my, yeah. So these needles make me smile. Every time. If there's a knitting project that says you need 4mm needles, those are the ones I go for. So that's my sentimental story about my knit needles. Yeah.
Okay, so where are we next?
What else we got? Anything else to show?
Well, not till shop.
I got a few books that I
Let's see
picked
what
up.
you got.
Okay, so here we go. Of course, I'm knitting for little people, children. So I was on the website looking for patterns, and a pattern was mentioned, and so I googled where to get this pattern. So it said that it came in this book, Knitting Without Tears, and it's Elizabeth Zimmerman. Sorry, I got a glare. Elizabeth Zimmerman pattern. So it is in this book. So I googled where do you get this book, and a place came up. I did have a tag in there, but a place came up in Ontario. So anyway, there's the little pattern I thought I might give a go to. If you can see it, you can't tell, but it's oh shoot, Anyway, I knew the name of it.
It's knit kind of neat too.
Yeah, you knit it in sections and then fold them all together.
Yeah.
Tomten, Tomten jacket. Tomten jacket by Elizabeth Zimmerman. So, blah, blah, blah. So I'm Googling around where to find it, and this place comes up. The Book Outlet in Thorold, Ontario. So I'm thinking, Ontario, I could go for that because I can understand how much money I'm paying for everything. So it'll be in Canadian money, Canadian funds. So it's a book outlet. They're discount books, so they might not be like new books, but
nonetheless, those books look new.
Yeah. So I mean, like this might be like a 2013 book. It's not. I don't know. Shouldn't say, but anyway.
Might not be new publication.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So I ordered this one too. For
that's a cute little sweater on the back.
And little folk sweaters. Yeah. So, yeah, there's lots of fun patterns in here, and what the heck, right? I like this one. I was thinking of somebody, a little lady in our lives that's got houses and different stitches in it. So nice. We'll see. And so while I was Googling through looking through those books, this came up. I couldn't resist it. Ned the Knitting Pirate. Like, does that just crack you up?
What the hell are you gonna do?
I'm gonna put it away, and sometimes I go into a baby shower or something. I'll give him a sweater and a book.
Oh, what age is that to her? She can read to her.
Yeah, when age is that? Yeah. So anyway, it's just the cutest little book. Anyway, I won't read the whole thing, but it's just kind of got a fun song. They're trying to be this crew of mean pirates, and so they sing, we're pirates, pirates out sailing the sea, so scruffy and scrappy and happy are we. We're tougher than grizzle and barnacle grit. We heave and we hoe and we swab and we. And one little guy goes, we knit. So anyways, I just thought it was cute. So I'll tuck it away. You never know.
You might have a grandchild someday.
I don't know.
Goodbye.
Someday, maybe. I don't know. I'm not. Never. Yeah. So what's new with you?
So, where are we at now? Shop?
Sure.
Okay. So, I just want to thank everybody that how do you put it? Supported us, and we had fun with our Christmas in July sort of sale and promotions and stuff. It was really well supported, and we had a good time with it. And we just want to say thank you to everybody. Mm-hmm. And website, it's got lots of stock in it. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, Edith put I guess it's a page.
Yeah.
On the top, across the top, that's the home, your checkout, your cart, podcast. There's a new one there that says up and coming. So what we're doing with that page is that's going to be our events and where we're going to be and sort of new things where you can find us kind of on our up and coming.
Yeah, page. Right now the top part of it is places where we're going to be to sell our yarn or to have our yarn there. And then there's, I think, a line, and below that, it's just places that we might like to go visit. So it sort of lets you know any knitting gatherings or events that are in the area. They're not, or not even in the area, that have come across our path that we might go to. They're by no means a total list of everything going on in the area. They're just
things that we've taken an interest in, where we might attend, and
but our yarn won't be there. On
our yarn won't be there. Yeah, that's up and coming. Or like that's what's coming up, but the top half of the page is where we're going to be with
our yarn. I just kind of wanted to make that clear that there are some places in the bottom half that are listed.
One's kind of announcements, and one's where we're going to be.
Kind of like where we're going, but the yarn's not going with us. On the bottom half.
Not on the bottom half of the page. Mm-hmm. And I think that's stated too.
It is, but if you're anything like me, I get scrolling through and oops.
So yeah, there's lots of yarn on the website. We have something that's new with our website in the shop is flat rate shipping. In Canada, we have flat rate shipping now. We worked.
Yeah, I think we showed them that.
Yeah, earlier in the
squishy.
summer, before the Christmas in July, before that promotion, we were working at trying to get our shipping costs down. So we're able to offer flat rate shipping in Canada.
We're vacuum sealing the yarn. We showed you that. So.
Yeah. So anyway, if you look back in the podcast, you'll see it. But anyway, so it's stocked. So stop by and if you see anything, let us know.
And what have you been working on?
Well, one thing that's new, there's some sock blanks. You can put some of your sock blanks in there. They're stocked. But me and the crank, my sock crank, my sock circular sock machine. I've been cranking out some tubes.
So
this is all our yarn. We dyed it.
So what you're thinking, and explain. I know what it is, but explain what you're thinking is.
Put it on a VR picture.
Okay. You won't see it from my shirt. You got another one?
No. So yeah, I do. Here, you might not see that one for your shirt either. Put them both on. So this is our yarn, and so what I've done is I cranked this one out, and I took the end and I knit a cuff.
So you picked up these stitches.
I picked up the stitches, and I picked up stitches down to about here.
Okay.
Picked my stitches up to about here, and I pulled this out and wound it, and I had a needle up here.
Okay.
With stitches.
Yeah.
So that's here. Now I took this yarn, which is my bag. Right
so this is just waste yarn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's
this
just
yarn.
to hold it. So you take that out, and then start unraveling this.
So this yarn was out here, and then there was waste yarn up here. So I took this out and got rid of it.
Okay.
This yarn is this.
Yeah, got it.
I picked up stitches and put a knitting needle down here.
Okay.
So then, with that knitting needle, I used the yarn and I knit a cuff.
Yeah, needles, not one.
Yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
That's okay. Just so we're clear.
So,
okay.
Yeah. So
then
the
you
knitting
knit
needles, I knit a cuff.
You knit
with
that
this
cuff.
yarn.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Then I came down to how far I wanted it up my leg. I measured, and then I picked up stitches and I'm putting in an afterthought heel.
Okay. And this is your color of your heel.
Yeah, this is my heel.
You didn't want it. Yeah.
I didn't want it the same color as this. I'll do the cuff on the next one. So then I'll measure to here, and then where I want my toe,
the length of your foot.
Yeah, where I want my toe, I will pick the stitches up here, and then a row below it, or leave a row and then a row below it, all the way around, and I'll detach this from this, but this will be on needles, and so will this. And then I'll knit my toe on this sock, and then what I'll do is knit a toe here.
For the other sock.
Measure down,
heel.
do my heel,
and then have your leg,
and then do a cuff. So I might have this much left over.
Sure. And that's preference, right? Some people like a fair bit of leg in their socks. Some people would like sporty socks. Some people have size 13 feet. Some people have size 5 feet. So you can adjust it to your own
liking.
Yeah, your own measurement. So you literally, Diane, when you want to put that cuff, like you said, you take it apart, right? You do your toe. So you cut this.
Yeah, like
just to be clear, like you cut a stitch.
Pick up a row all the way around the circumference. Pick up all the legs on the right hand side of the stitch, of the V stitch, all the way around.
Yeah, so you just pick up one side of each of these.
The right hand side.
On that particular row.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then skip a whole row of knitting.
Okay.
And then do it again on a separate needle.
Okay.
And then I would cut a couple of legs of the row in between.
Right. And unravel
it. And then unravel it. So the sock tube actually comes right apart.
Sure. Yeah. No.
And that makes 2 socks.
Yep. Yep. Just so.
So here, what I like for the heels, I just picked up half, and then cut. Cut the row in between, and then I just started knitting an afterthought heel.
And what I've heard is you cut in the middle.
Yeah.
and then unravel this way, and then unravel
Yeah.
that way, and then you've got a piece of yarn
On each end.
on each end so that these stitches don't unravel. You
Yeah.
don't cut at one end
And you
and go
knit them in.
across.
You knit them in when you start.
Yeah, you can, or you can darn them in, whatever.
Mine are knit in.
Yeah, but for people that are
Yeah.
learning, I mean,
So
one
anyway.
thing at a time.
So this is going to be the heel.
Yeah.
So look at
Okay.
the duck bill.
Yeah, great.
And then this will be the toe down here, and then a cuff, and the same thing again.
Mhm.
And you might have, I'll probably have some of this left over.
Yeah, you're saying. Yeah. Good. There. So these are 70. How many stitches are these?
These
Two?
ones are 72, but I have another, I ordered another cylinder that's 64, and I have a 50, I think it's 54 or 56. Four.
And you were saying that you could also make mittens with these.
Yeah. Oh, they make stuffed toys, they make mittens, they make all
Okay.
kinds of stuff.
So
with
you
them.
could, so your mitten, you would just do your cuff, and then you would cut
Take-
through your thumb,
Yeah. Pick up stitches, cut right,
And
put the
then-
thumb in.
cut your stitches, and put your top on.
Mm-hmm.
Close it up to the top. So, okay, cool. Well, the beauty of these is, you know how the yarn's going to knit up.
Yeah.
You know exactly how it's going to look, and then all the back and forth is done for you. You get to do all the fun parts. Yeah.
I haven't minded it. It's been
No.
fun. It's different, and
So are any of these yarns repeatable once, Diane, or are they one of a kind?
they're one of a kind so far.
Okay.
This one, I think, we have one skein of this left. This is called Broken Heart, and it is on the website for sale. But we have one left. One went out for Christmas in July sale.
Okay.
But
All right. Here, you send these back.
this one, they all had tags. I don't know where the tags went.
They're attached on the end.
This one's not. And this
Oh,
one's
sorry.
lost.
This one just has a number.
Yeah.
This is pretty.
There's
Look
the
at
tag
that.
for this one.
Where are these going? Are you keeping these for experiments?
They're
or-
all on sale on the website.
Are they?
Yeah.
You can't really tell. It's blowing it out. But it's pretty. It's,
It's nuts.
I don't know what to do to give you a better idea.
These are on sale on the website. These the three of these three.
And this one?
That one is too.
Yeah.
But
It's funny how it's
hard.
a little better.
There's my card for here.
Alright, so that's new in the shop.
Shop.
Cool.
Yeah, so I'm gonna crank and these out, so that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So the next stop is to put. I'm gonna do toes and heels. I'm gonna make socks. I can make socks. Like, right from start to finish.
Oh, okay.
Come right out. Yeah.
Can you do toes and heels on the machine? Oh, I see. You gotta learn how to do that.
Yeah. It's a learning curve. It's
Oh, for
totally
sure.
something totally different. Like it's
For you, yeah.
totally different to learn, right?
Mm-hmm. Good.
And because my machine's old, my machine I think it was built in 1941 or something.
Mhm.
So there's not all there's a lot on there's YouTube stuff and that, but to actually get so you're it's quite a learning curve. But
Good. Good.
yeah, it's gotta have some time anyway
Mm-hmm.
to sit down and really make it go.
Well, it looks like we're 43 minutes.
We are over the 30-minute mark,
I
so
think we should
had
go.
better say goodbye.
The blanket on the back of the couch has had enough.
Yeah. What else is new?
No, it's alright. It's fine.
We're falling apart,
It's
but that's
time-
my world. It's
it's-
always just not perfect.
It's time
It is what
to
it is.
go.
So anyway, take care and thanks for stopping
Thanks for
by,
stopping
and
by.
we'll talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.